Scrapbookers, this is Megan and I'm back today with a new sketch from Stuck Sketches. You will have seen the new sketch for November 1st, which I really loved, and I was so excited to do a layout with more than one photo or a couple of photos. And so I am just going through my papers here. You can see I have the Chamel collection on here, and I picked out some photos from my birthday that was back in April, and so I knew immediately that I wanted to use the Chamel Glitter Girl collection because it's very girly, and I don't often scrapbook very girly at all, and so I was really excited. I did also kind of pull out a few of the more girly papers from Turn the Page as well, and that is by Paige Taylor Evans. And then here I'm also pulling out some Maggie Holmes and Little by Little. That chevron is Little by Little, I believe, and I really love that paper, and so I thought maybe I could incorporate that into the layout, but I actually end up not. And then now here I'm just pulling out my Glitter Girl and my Turn the Page ephemera, and I'm thinking, oh, you know what, that's actually just a bunch of Chamel collections in that one container, and so I'm thinking I'm going to use one or the other, and I think I end up using Chamel stuff with all of this Chamel paper. So here you can see I actually have 5 photos. The sketch only calls for 3 photos, but I had this series of photos from my birthday, and so I thought that I would just kind of modify the sketch to work with all 4 of my photos. So here you can see I'm kind of tapping my fingers and trying to figure out which papers I want to use. At this moment, I know that I want to back those photos, and so I'm trying to pick out a background paper, but then also a paper that would go with, to go along with a pattern paper, background paper. And so I'm just kind of flipping through all of this stuff, as you can see, and then I think I'm going to set aside all of the Turn the Page and everything else that I pulled out. I really did think about using that chevron piece, but it's just not going to work. And this is where I am going to decide to cut up and kind of change the sketch a little bit more. So I really like that Glitter Girl diagonal stripe paper with the wood grain and then the different colors. And then I also really love this star paper. Oops, sorry about that. And so I am going to use a corner of that diagonal paper and then also use that star paper down in the bottom, kind of like the sketch calls for. And I'm going to have a thinner strip of it than in the sketch. So here I am deciding to back these photos. So this photo of me, since it's my birthday, I thought I would leave that photo a little bit bigger than the other photos and also have it matted all by itself. So the other 4 photos are going to be matted together like you see them now, and I will just end up gluing those all down. So we actually celebrated my birthday, I think it was 3 days early actually, because on my birthday I was going to be in Salt Lake City at the Scrap Gals retreat. And so I was so excited to go. That was my birthday present to myself. And my husband is he's awesome. I told him, I was like, I really want to go to this thing, but it's over the weekend of my birthday. And he was like, okay, go. Like, he totally is all for me doing things and supporting me in things and stuff like that. So I was really excited that he was okay with me going, because sometimes I feel bad, like I don't want him to think I don't love him, you know, and it's not that I don't want to spend my time with him on my birthday, it's just this thing is that very weekend, and he totally understood. So we celebrated on the 26th of April. My birthday's on the 29th, and my husband bought me a series, and you can see there's 2 books right next to my photo. There's those 2 books, and it's called A Court of Thorns and Roses, and then that's the first one, and then there's a second one and a third one. He was only able to get 2 of the books on my birthday, or by the 26th, and the other book I got, I think, while I was gone. It probably came on my actual birthday. But he bought this book series and I absolutely loved it. Like, I was so excited that he actually bought it. And I didn't even ask him for the series. He's really good at looking up books and finding books that I really like. So here you can see I'm kind of starting to think about the sketch and what I want to do behind the photos. I did kind of think about putting a doily, but I decided against that. And now I'm thinking, okay, I'm going to do some misting because the layout does call, or the sketch does call for some mixed media, just a little bit behind the photos. And I think I'm actually going to do something different. So here I am really wanting to use one of these chipboard pieces. I'm sorry, you can't really see it down there at the bottom. But those are from the newish Dear Lizzie collection, and it's called Stargazer. And then I'm pulling out some of these little ephemera pieces and embellishments from older collections from Chamel. And I'm really sorry, I didn't realize that I was so far down there, but I did end up picking out one of the chipboard pieces from the Dear Lizzie collection, and it just says Count the Stars. And I did kind of think about changing that up and making it work as like, oh, what was it? I don't remember. Count your blessings as stars or something like that. I don't remember. That sounds kind of dorky. I don't know. Count your blessings as stars. Yeah, that sounds kind of weird. But so I think, but it was something along those lines, but it ended up not working out. So I'm just going to have it say Count the Stars, you know, which can kind of go along with Count Your Blessings, right? Like, I mean, I am very blessed. I have a husband who cares about me a lot, and, you know, so, and he would let me spend time with, you know, YouTube friends over my weekend and do what I want. So yeah, anyway, I'm just kind of babbling here. You can see I'm kind of going through a lot of things. I found that craft tag that I had cut with my silhouette a while ago, and now I'm just looking for labels. And I thought that I was going to leave it over in this area, but it just kind of looks disconnected. Since I have that bigger photo, it just looks so disconnected, or there's too much white space in between the big photo and then the smaller strip of photos. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move that craft tag over and underneath my photo a little bit more, and then I'm going to do journaling on there and stamp the date on one of these labels. So I do spend a lot of time kind of fussing and just fumbling with a lot of different things. I really wanted to get this layout perfect and awesome, and so I just fumbled, and yeah, I spent a lot of time on this one. Okay, so now here you can see I've cut that tag down, and now I'm going to place everything down. I think I'm going to start gluing stuff down. I did at one point think I was going to say hello birthday or something like that for my title, which is why I had that hello sticker up there, but I decided to move that away and not use that and just use Count the Stars as my title. So now here you can see, as I said, I'm just gluing everything down. And that is pretty much my layout. I am going to pull out some ink, an ink pad from Close to My Heart. I think it was Close to My Heart, and it's called, oh gosh, I think it's Hollyhock. It's kind of like a reddish pinkish color. And I am going to use a circle stencil. I'm actually not sure I do that. I think I do that on camera, because I kind of have forgotten that I needed some mixed media behind the photo area, and so I'm just kind of embellishing for a bit. And again, I apologize. I don't know why I had my layout down so far. That's just crazy. I never really do that. So here I'm stamping the date that we celebrated my birthday, and then I'm going to do some journaling. I don't think I do the journaling on camera. And here, now you can kind of see a little bit more of my layout. I am going to just use my, what is that? That's quick dry adhesive, I think, or tacky glue or something like that. And I'm going to glue down the title. And I really, really like how that came out. I'm really happy with this layout. This sketch was just so much fun. I loved it. Okay, now you can hear or see that this is where I pulled out a Tim Holtz stencil, and I'm going to practice, or not practice, but I'm going to test the colors because I have a close to my heart pink and then a Stampin' Up pink. And I wasn't quite sure which one I would like better with the colors on the layout. And oh, I guess I did go with the Stampin' Up. I totally thought I used close to my heart. That's funny. So this is just Stampin' Up, and this is an old stamp pad. I don't know if they even have this color anymore, but it is called Positively Pink. And then that is going to be it for my layout. I think that I do a few little spritz in, I'm going to make a little navy color myself, and so you will see those reflected in my photos. Thanks so much for watching. I hope that you guys will come on over to the Stuck Sketches blog and see all of the other layouts made by the amazing design team. Have a great scrappy day. Bye!